Though we're talking about differentiation. Differentiation is very easy. You just have to apply the right method when solving this. I'm going to give a formula that can make it easy for you to remember. We'll take it gradually. Question 1. If y is equals to 7x raised to the power 4 minus 2x raised to the power 3 plus 4, find the y dx. This is what we are going to do. First of all, let's write out our question. Y is equals to 7x raised to the power 4 minus 2x raised to the power 3 plus 4. A formula to apply is this. Take y equals to x raised to the power n. The y dx of this is simply n multiplied by x, and you subtract 1 from this n. This is a formula you apply to solve this. So we're going to bring this down. Y equals to 7x raised to the power 4 minus 2x raised to the power 3 plus 4. So the y dx of this means this is now your n. We're taking this as your n, which is 4, right? 4 times 7 x. You subtract 1 from it. Now, you apply the same method here too. 3 times 2 x. You subtract 1 from this 3. Please take note. 4 is a constant, so it is always 0. So there's no need of us writing plus 0 here. So now the y dx of this means 4 times 7 is 28. So we write 28. 4 minus 1 is 3. X raised to the power 3 minus 3 times 2 is 6. So we write 6. X raised to the power 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. This is our the y dx, but we have to simplify further because there is something common between the both of them. Something can divide them without a remainder. And what can divide them without a remainder? It is simply 2. So we can bring that 2x squared. 2x squared divides 28x cubed. That's 2 divided 28 is 14. X squared divides x cubed, which is what? X. Minus, that's our operator. 2x squared divides 6x squared, simply minus 3, because there's a minus sign here. So that's your final answer for question 1. Alright, now let's solve question 2. Find the derivative of y equals to sine x plus 6x minus 2. When you hear of derivative, it's the same thing as find the y dx. Though we just want to change it to confuse you, but then it's the same thing. So y equals to, that's question 2. Y equals to sine x plus 6x minus 2. I'm going to take this gradually. In differentiation, the derivative of sine x is simply cos x. So this is what we are going to write. The y dx of sine x cos x. Have this in mind. Now, the y dx of 6x. Using the formula I taught you in question 1, that's what we are going to apply here. The power here is actually 1. So if we do 1 times 6, 1 times 6x, there's a power here which is 1. I hope you know anything raised to power 1 is that same letter or that same number. So x raised to power 1 is the same thing as x. So you subtracting 1 from this. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 minus 1 is 0. And according to indices, anything raised to power 0 is 1. That's why we have 6 times 1, which is equals to 6. And minus 2 is a constant, like I said in question 1, so it is 0. Therefore, the y dx of sine x plus 6x plus 6x minus 2 is simply equals to cos x plus 6. That's your final answer. Let's move over to question 3. You're taking it gradually so that you can understand what differentiation is all about. Find the y dx of cos x minus 3x plus 7. Let's write out our question. Y equals to cos x minus 3x plus 7. Like I did in question 2, I broke it down by making it easy for you to understand. That's what I'm going to do here too. So the y dx of cos x. In question 2, I said the derivative of sine x is cos x. But now, the derivative of cos x, which is the y dx of cos x, is simply minus sine x. So this is what we are going to have, equals to minus sine x. Now, we are going to find the derivative of minus 3x. The y dx of minus 3x. We are going to apply the same principles. It has an invisible power here, which is 1, right? 1 times minus 3. X, 1 minus 1. 1 times minus 3 is minus 3. X, 1 minus 1 is 0. Like I said, anything raised to power 0 is 1. So if we multiply this by 1, this is what we are going to have, minus 3. Now, 7 is a constant, so it is 0. There's no need of us writing 0. Just know that a constant, when you find the derivative, it is always 0. So the y dx of our expression given which is minus sine x minus 3. As simple as that. Let's solve question 4. Question 4 is kind of tricky, but don't worry. I'll break it down for you to understand. It's not confusing. If y is equals to sine multiplied by x squared plus 3, find the y dx. It's not hard. We'll take it gradually. Y is equals to sine multiplied by x squared plus 3. Find the y dx. There is something I always like doing. I don't know if you have heard of chain rule before. This is a method used in solving differentiation problems like this. So this is what we are going to do. We simply break this into two forms. We take this as, let's call it u, and as we are taking this x squared plus 3, that is, let u be equals to x squared plus 3. Now, after that, we'll now find the u dx of this. Remember the method of differentiation. This will multiply this and you subtract 1 from this. So 2 times x, 2 minus 1. The constant is 0, so you don't need to write that. So the u dx is simply 2x. Let's have this in mind. Let's keep that for now. Now, since we simplify u to be this, it means y is now equals to sine u. Because u now is taking this place, so we can now write y to be equals to sine u. So what are we going to find? We're going to find the y du of this. That is, we are differentiating in respect to u. And I said it in question, I think that was question 2, whereby I said when changing from sine to cos, it has, that's we are differentiating, it has to be what? Positive cos. But if you are differentiating cos, it will not be a negative sign. So this is what we are going to do. The y du of sine u is simply positive cos u. This is what we now have. So now how can we find the y dx of this expression given? The y dx, this is where chain rule comes in. You have heard of chain rule before, or if you have not heard, just cool down, watch this video and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now this is what we are going to do. The y dx is simply the y du multiplied by du dx. Look at something. If you cancel this and cancel this, what will you have? Dy times 1 times dx, which will also give you dx. This is what we call the chain rule. And we have already simplified our dy du. We have gotten our dy du and we have gotten our du dx here. So we are almost done. The y dx, what's our dy du? This is our dy du, which is what? Cos u. Now what's our du dx? Du dx is what? 2x. Let's put it in a bracket. This can be written as this. 2x multiplied by cos u. What is our u? X squared plus 3. So that's your final answer. Thank you very much. Differentiation is easy. You can now see that. And please don't forget to subscribe to Vick Maths.